Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Jack here, and today I have a video to show you guys. This is going to be my first arena commentary straight from the live stream with my buddy Proxy. Alright, so we were doing some twos to get our cap, and we came across a couple teams. One in particular, our longest match that we had was against this team. Now, this team was fairly geared, and props to them on playing as well as they did. Because I've seen a couple of teams that I've played against that haven't been able to do the same kind of things that they have, and this Shadow Priest ended up to be a formidable adversary. No matter how much I was able to control him, he was such a pain in my ass to kill. So, and as you can see in the beginning here, we're opening up hard, both of us getting a really good opener started, but we both make the fatal mistake of letting our slice and dice drop. As a rogue, you cannot afford to do that. So we both made that kind of fatal mistake. Something common, but we both made the mistake. As you can see, the life swaps right at the last second. He gets the renew off on the hunter, starts trying to heal that hunter up. The hunter Tyrants and gets away. I start to get the priest again, and I go energy oom, every rogue's worst nightmare. That and mages, but or no, actually PM hunters is for me, I guess. As you can see, we both get feared here, and they start going hard on procs. So I get a re-stealth, and I start going back on that priest. I cannot afford to let him free cast on him, because if he does, he'll go down really quick, comboed with the damage from a BM hunter. As you can see right here, I'm on the bridge, and I can't really do anything to help. I got the dot on me, and I can't really afford to be focused at the moment. As you can see, he's pretty low health, and I thought, for some reason, I derped, and I thought I could sap an in-combat pet off of him. And when I found out I couldn't do that, I got a hemorrhage off on him and tried to stun it. But you see he goes down right there. I kidneyed the pet because I thought it would help. And I got kind of frustrated and blew all my cooldowns, not expecting for this to happen, but down goes the hunter. All cooldowns, guns blazing. I get a couple of hits on this priest. Prox is yelling at me in the Skype chat saying, "Do you have a vanish? Do you have a vanish?" I was like, "No, but I'm just gonna run, man. I'm gonna run with it." And as you can see, I'm grabbing that side orb as I run away, because I don't want that priest to grab it and be right back out of stealth if I'm able to get back into it. As you can see, he's spamming his Shadow Word Pain right here. And if you look on the left, my mixed scrolling battle text, I just got hit for 45k with a tick from this dot. I cannot afford to be taking hits like that, especially with recoup, as bad of a healing as it is at the moment. Alright, so I get a couple hits off on him, and I apply both my poisons. And I'm trying to get away, and I go back, and I skip over that orb, which I think I should have grabbed while I was over there, but I didn't think about it right at that moment. Got back into stealth, and here he comes over here. He's going to go try to grab that orb, but I sap him right at the last second, and I grab it, and with the amazing talent spec that I have, I'm specting a subterfuge. I'm able to grab that, get out of his range so that he can't dot me again, and get back into stealth without even batting an eyelash. Alright, so now I'm back into stealth, and he's kind of contemplating what he's going to do. I'm contemplating what I'm going to do. I'm talking to Proxy on the Skype chat. This is all live in the in the live stream. I'm sorry, I'm all sort of scattered today. But anyway, as you can see, I'm opening back up on him, and I didn't have all my cooldowns ready to go right there, but I did pop what I had. Sorry, I am kind of getting a little stuffy. I think I'm coming down with a cold, but we'll see how that works out. But anyway, so I get a little bit of a damage off on him, and he can't cast on me because I have smoke bound down. I do get the blind off, and I sprint away, so he's not able to reapply the dot to me, but he has an 8-second long duration on it. It's a pretty long dot. He is able, I believe, right here to reapply it. But as you can see, I'm hiding him around the pillar, and I'm able to get back into stealth. I sap him right here, which is really good, because I just need to get my distance, get my bearings, and go right back at him again. His mana's kind of low, so the more he spams his heals is in my benefit. I heal my blood fury ratio as an orc. Beautiful ratio for a rogue. The ratios that orcs have just really kind of scream out to rogues. You see, I vanish right there. I have no dots on me, so I'm able to vanish and easily get away. Garrode him right as he's about to heal. Maybe I should have just let him heal. Right there, where I looked like I was clicking, I actually brought up a bar in the middle of my screen. I run on Windows 8, so I had that button, that Windows button, brought up that big menu screen. I was freaking out in the live stream and everything. He was able to get the vampiric touch off and everything because of my bad mistake of hitting that button. I should just off, and you see I get kind of low right here because of the Vampiric Touch and the Devouring Plague and everything, but I kick the Mind Blast, no big deal. He's got Archangel going, and I get away from him, still getting that evasion, or getting that elusiveness going, and I get right behind this pillar, and as you can see, he's coming right for me. He's got Shadowy Apparitions, and he jumps, and I'm able to get him into the Garrote Stun and get my 3 combo points going, get him right into a kidney, and I'm pumping a lot of damage into this guy. Alright, so I got hit with 1 Shadowy Apparition, but I'm trying to just make sure that I keep healing myself, but it's really hard to do that when he keeps that dot on me. So I used Cloak of Shadows, and I started Shadow Dancing. Now, important thing to know when you're a rogue, you don't want to often Shadow Dance without any other cooldowns popped, and you definitely don't want to Shadow Dance if you don't have your Recuperate and Slice and Dice up. It's just a bad thing all around, and you'll lose a lot of damage, and it's a 1-minute cooldown, so it's not a terribly long cooldown, but it's definitely not something you want to just throw away willy-nilly. It's good for situations where you need to get a quick burst off, and you don't want to blow up all your cooldowns. It's good to hit Shadow Dance. You can stay right on your target if you spend Cloak and Dagger, and with the kind of pressure that you have as a rogue right now, it's able to get a sap off Light's healing, but his mana, again, is really low, and I'm keeping my recoup up as much as I can. The poisons that I'm running are Deadly Poison and Mind Numbing Poison. Mind Numbing because I always play with Mind Numbing Poison. Because of our 4-set, we're able to apply Crippling Poison, even with Mind Numbing Poison up, which is good because we need that slow. I Cloak Shadows Vanish right here, keep Elusiveness up just in case. I blind him, and this is a very crucial point in the match right here. I get my Slice and Dice up, but more importantly, I grab the Shadow Orbs. I grab both of them because I'm spec'd into Subterfuge. I'm able to grab both of the orbs, come out of stealth, and because my Glyph of Stealth, I'm able to go back into stealth almost immediately, grabbing both the orbs and leaving him clueless as to where I could possibly be. I get right back on him again. I'm putting a lot of pressure on him. I don't want to really give him a lot of room to breathe. That's the last thing you really want to do when you have a dot-based caster on you as a rogue. I vanish right there with my preparation, and I'm able to get out a lot more damage. I'm just pumping a lot of damage into him. With Mind Numbing Poison as a rogue, against a Shadow Priest, you're able to mitigate a lot of his casting, but again, his instant casts are still just as deadly as they ever were. So the dot alone is something you cannot take for granted. You can't. It's not feasible. Do not try to tank it and just think that it's nothing. Take it seriously. Take Shadow Priest seriously. If I didn't take him seriously, I would have lost this battle real easy. There was multiple chances for me to lose this, especially in the beginning when I had no cooldowns and he was in a perfect position to kill me. I kept my cool, kept my mind focused, and I got right back into it. As you can see, I used evasion right there as he summons his Shadow Fiend. I tried to blind it, but my blind was not available for the next couple of, I think, 40 seconds. And but I'm still pumping the damage, and let him use that Mind Flay, and I got stuck on the bridge right there, which is terrible. I hate getting stuck on terrain. It's really bad, especially when you're trying to kite someone. And as you can see, he's trying to get back on me so he can put the dot on me, but I accidentally break my own stealth. Terrible thing to do right there. And I actually target myself so I won't accidentally do that again. I get back into stealth. He fears me out of my stealth, but because I have Subterfuge, only a few seconds of that was available, and I think that's why he didn't get a dot off on me. So again, he's going over to the other side, and I'm sprinting over to him, so he can't grab those Shadow Orbs, but I think he's going to go for him, so I just dip underneath the bridge in case he's going for him, and he appears to not be going for him. So I go up the bridge, and I think I'm going to go for him right here, but he goes ahead and grabs it anyway. But again, notice I have Subterfuge, so even if he breaks me out of my stealth, I'm still in stealth for 3 seconds. Right here is a very good point of that. I Garrote to get up on top, and I use my cheap shot, and just like I had opened on him without him breaking me out of the stealth, I just had a little bit less prep time. But no big deal, nothing that any prepared rogue can't handle. So I blind him, go and grab the other Shadow Orb, and get right back into stealth. As again, you want to keep him on his toes as much as possible. Any caster, be it Affliction Lock, Fire Mage, Shadow Priest, dot-based casters, you want to keep them guessing. As long as you can keep them guessing where you're going to be and when you're going to do what, you're in a good position. See, he gets me in that fear right there, and I immediately trinket it because I don't even care if he's got Shadow Orb Pain on me. I cannot afford for him to get his Vampiric Touch off. We saw what happened when he got that off once, and he nearly killed me. Had I not been feared into line of sight, I don't know if I would have lived. So let's thank the RNG gods for that. I get back into stealth again, and I'm trying to just keep him at bay. Right there, you can see he's about 20,000 health, or 20,000 mana, which is really, really good because that means he's not able to use Power Word Shield as effectively, or keep Renew on himself, or keep spamming his Flash Heal for that matter. Right there, big crit from Ambush, just applying those rampant poisons and just doing a lot of damage. And right there, I Smoke Bomb, so he's not able to get the Mind Blast off. I just want to mitigate as much damage as possible. Really, the way that I focused on this fight was mitigate damage first, focus pressure second, and burst damage third. As you notice, I really kind of try to line up my CCs perfectly so that I can get that burst off just at the optimal time. Because the last thing you want to do is incorrectly and improperly time your CCs and your damage together. And right there, I tried to sap him, but something broke it, and I realized I had used Rupture on him, and it was breaking him out of that. He went ahead and grabbed another side orb, but I got a cheap shot off on him and enabled me to get around a pillar so I wouldn't get Shadow Word Pain. I'm hiding under here, and he could have kind of, I think he could have gone under the bridge and probably got me out of stealth, but he didn't, so I was able to get back into stealth and avoid him for the duration of his Shadow Orb. So again, you see that he's kind of clueless as to where I'm going to be at. There's another Shadow Orb up, so I'm really kind of concerned about that. And so at this point, I'm going to try to make sure that I get him into a position where I know I can get him lined up against a wall and line my CCs up with my damage and get him going. For some reason, we were both confused. He gave me such a good position, and I think he was trying to get me to open up his Psychic Screaming. He gets that Shadow Word Pain off, but he's not able to get Vampiric Touch off. That's why I left early. I did not want him to get that Psychic Scream off and in turn get Vampiric Touch and possibly a Mind Blast off. The last thing you want to do is let the priest get the dots up on you and start forming Shadow Orbs. Once they start doing that, the game's in their court. So you want to keep them, really, like I said, you just want to keep them guessing. You don't want them to be comfortable in any position. You never want them to cast. Dots, you can mitigate a lot of that with your feint if you spec into elusiveness, and with recuperate up, you're going to be healing for the same amount that the dot's doing, but again, you're not going to be able to tank out everything. So don't try to be a hero, don't try to be a rogue tank. For the love of everything stealth based, take subterfuge. You want to stay stealth. As a rogue, I've never been more of an advocate of any talent point or spec as I am with subterfuge. As a sub rogue, you can just never go into anything else other than subterfuge. It is just terrible if you don't. As you see right there, I pumped out a lot of damage into him, and now he's powering up his Power Word Shield and he's powering up a Renew. He's going to get a heal off, and maybe I should have let him heal right there and draw out a little bit of that mana, but I wrote him instead. Get a nice shiv off, and the shiv effect from Mind Numbing Poison is a 70% reduced cast speed, and right there you saw I avoided the Vampiric Touch again, and I'm not trying to let these Shadow Aberrationists touch me, not because of the damage, but because they're keeping me in combat, and that's really not what I want to do right now. As you can see, it ticks and it gets me out of stealth, but I get away fast enough to where I can get right back into stealth without problem. And as you see, he's really just kind of that big wit's end right now. He's got really not a lot of CCs left. He's got not a lot of damage left, and I'm going to grab another orb again, putting the ball even more in my court. Frustration and disorienting your opponent are really rogue specialties, which you need to optimize and never take for granted the kind of CCs that you have. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to do this so easily if it was the other way around and I was fighting the hunter, because you're facing off against him in a pet, which is never an easy scenario to face off against. Again, though, you don't want to give up. It looked very bleak at the beginning of this, and I definitely just held it in there and just fought hard and didn't give up. Again, avoiding that Vampiric Touch, because if you don't know, Vampiric Touch not only does damage to you, but it also heals the priest, and if dispelled, I believe it does heal the person who dispelled it. So not an immediate problem for the rogue, but an immediate problem for a good 3s comp, or even a 2s comp, facing off against the Shadow Priest. A lot of pressure there, just in the ability to protect his own dots. And you see right there, he's casting full Flash Heals, which is fatally good for me. right there, you see that 45k shuriken toss? That's why I take shuriken toss. That is like a machine gun as sub-spec. If you have slice and dice up, I'll show a video one day showing the DPS you can do just using shuriken toss and deadly throw. You can essentially turn into a range class. It's pretty funny and a lot of fun to toy around with. Not for a serious spec because you do need that nerve strike against the Shadow Priest especially, but or any class now that I've found. I've switched out of what I was into and I switched into Nerve Strike. I didn't think it'd be as good as it is, but it definitely does help. As you can see here, he's waiting for that orb, and I'm keeping him at bay as far as I can and staying as far away from him as I can. And while I have a moment here, let me just talk about the music that's playing in the background. The music that's playing in the background is from a couple of guys who go by the name Approaching Nirvana. These guys are really cool, and they advocate people using their music in their YouTube videos, and all they ask in return is that you promote their channel and you help them get their music out there so everyone can hear it and enjoy it. And I think that's really awesome. I think a lot of people should do that, and so I advocate these guys, and I really appreciate what these guys have done, because not only have they given me the opportunity to play some good music on my channel, but they've also given a little bit of hope to the people that are all sad about the no royalty music out there, or at least hard to find royalty. And my friend Proxy, the one that's in the arena with me right now, was the one that turned me onto this band, so thanks to you, bro, on that one. And if you guys want, I'm going to put his link in the description along with the band, so you can go check out their download page, so you can download their music. You can go check out his channel where he does rogue guides and rogue PvP, rogue PvP, all kinds of crazy stuff. He's actually how I learned how to play a rogue and how I'm doing what I'm doing in this video. It would not have been possible without him, and he got me into editing my videos and doing all kinds of things like that. It's really cool, guys. So you guys should go subscribe to his channel. If you like my videos, you'll love his. So go and sub to him and show him some love, and tell him that we need to do more things like this for our viewers. Alright, so you can see right now I got him in a really pressured situation, and he fears me, but I trinketed. I got him so pressured right now, there's no way he can get out of this, but he's going to try to use his psychic horror on me right here, and I'm able to get out of it just in time to kick, but I'm disarmed, and I'm able to get him again, and I vanish into a full cheap shot, going for the kill, boom, and he goes down. Good fight by him and the team. Again, go check out the channels that I was telling you guys about. Come check out the live stream, twitch.tv/ReaperGames, and go check out Proxy's channel, link in the description. Go check out the band and show them some love. Tell them Reaper sent you. I'll talk to you guys on the next one.